So what is maybe a couple pieces of feedback, advice, ideas that you would give to somebody who's recently, or maybe not even recently, but who is divorced and they're considering looking for love again? What would you suggest?
The most common thing I hear from people, whether that's people that are listening to my podcast or following along on social media, the most common thing I hear, Elizabeth, is people feeling hopeless. You know, they really, it seems like a lot of people, a lot of women, especially single mums, are really, really down on themselves. And so I think having hope is the first one, right? And I don't mean like, oh, living every day because maybe just one day you'll meet the man, but just know that love is out there, love is available, you will find it, and just have that little bit of hope there. But don't make it your number one mission as well. You know,
Yeah.
if you sit down and you think, oh, what are these things that I imagine a relationship will give me? How can you start giving them to yourself first? I think that's one of the missing pieces of the puzzle for a lot of people. They're going out there and they're thinking, oh, I'm never going to have fun, or I'm never going to have a romantic weekend away, or I'm never going to go on an adventure until I meet someone. And so then there's a deficit.
Right.
But if you actually start meeting those needs for yourself and you start being that person that you want to be with, you're going to call in someone that's a match for that. So I think that would be my first piece of advice. My second piece of advice is get out there and meet people and take the pressure off. Say yes to the coffee date that you might not necessarily want to go on. Cast a wider net. Don't narrow yourself into this certain type because that's all you've allowed yourself to imagine yourself with. Broaden the horizons, broaden the goalposts. Don't have all of these super strict non-negotiables that make it really, really hard to meet someone.
Yes, I absolutely agree. That's such good feedback. Yes, I think really understanding, knowing yourself, increasing self-awareness, and then getting very clear, and it sounds like it's part of what you did as well, on your needs, your wants, your boundaries, what's important to you, and then allowing yourself to really understand these are my non-negotiables, but I can be open to all these other things, so that list is maybe a little shortened compared to what you're used to. And I think that makes a big difference as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think those would be my biggest tips. I've actually got a whole guide on it called Surviving Separation that really takes you through doing some of that self-work, building your self-identity, healing, extending self-compassion, all of that stuff that's actually within your control. I think that's a good use of your energy, time, and attention. And then you'll meet someone when you meet someone.